Alright, what's happening? Remember those scorpion peppers, or the 7-pot peppers that I had in the basement that I said had been stunted? And I tried doing that experiment with them back in February, or was it March? That I put one of them outside to see if I could pull it out of its stuntedness. Well, I was thinking, I haven't seen a whole lot of information talking about peppers just bouncing back from being stunted, but here you go, here's one. If you remember back in one of the first videos, if you don't, you could easily just go back, and I put one of them, well, the 7 pots here, and the scorpions there. But the ones that I was focused on were mostly the 7 pots, because I planted these at the same time that I planted my cayennes, which was a week before Thanksgiving of 2021. And as you can see, the cayennes have already put on peppers, and hopefully they'll start turning color soon. They've been producing for the last month. And then here's the Euphoria peppers that I started sooner than that. Those were probably back in October, maybe even September, that I started these plants. And they still haven't put on any hardly put on any flowers yet. But back to these. These were stunted, I'll say down to that size, underneath my hand, right? That's how big those plants were, and they stayed that big for about 5 months, which was only about 6 inches tall, right? And they were in those little nursery pots, the 4-inch nursery pots. But anyways, they stayed stunted for a long time. I got them out into the ground, didn't do anything special to them aside from just break up the root ball, fertilize the dirt before I planted them with blood and bone meal and a 10-10-10 slow release granular fertilizer, and look at all the new growth they put on. So, this one basically was stripped down bare. I stripped it bare just short of a few leaves, and over the last month, it's sprung into life and it's putting on flowers, and it's gotten bigger, more bushier and everything. So compared to the other one that I didn't strip down, I mean, they're doing really well, and then this one's just made its comeback, and it's doing pretty damn good too. So, yeah. So, there's nothing special that you need to do with stunted plants. If you plant your pepper plants too early and they're stunted, but they're still green, they're still alive, don't worry about it. Just hold off on them till you can get them in the ground or into a larger pot when the weather breaks and you can, get them outside. And as far as the plant that got mauled into by a caterpillar, there's the damage of that. And everything below that damage is perfectly fine. The plant didn't really bother it a bit. And still putting on new growth. All that good jazz, all that good stuff. So looking forward to peppers off of, hell, all the plants really. Got the tomatoes doing hecka good, man. Doing really good. These were all in that one big pot that I showed you. I had that 1 gallon, that what was it, a 2-gallon pot, I think it was. And I planted a bunch of tomatoes in it, just basically broadcasted 3 different types of tomatoes into that pot. And I kept 12 plants and put them in this little plot here, probably like a 7 by 5 plot here. So there's 12 plants, all came out of that one bucket. So like I said, if you were running out of space in your grow room, if you're running out of pots, only have limited amount of supplies, you can grow a bunch of tomatoes in one pot and then just separate them out later, and they'll do just fine. All right, but anyways, thanks for watching.